Hello, this is Onyx Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing the next 72-hour predictions for Capricorn. So thank you guys for hitting the like button, subscribing. I do appreciate it. Let's look into today, the 15th through the 18th of October. All right, Capricorn, you guys have the High Priestess, Justice, and the Devil. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands, reverse. Interesting. All right, so let's see. So I feel like the next 3 days, you guys could definitely be more intuitive at this time. I feel like you guys may be dreaming a lot more. Others of you may just really be like trusting your intuition on something, or you're like you're piecing together something. You're piecing together something beautifully, and that's what's going to lead to your justice. So let's go ahead and clarify this, because we have 3 major arcana. So the next 3 days is actually going to be very monumental for a lot of you guys. Let's clarify the High Priestess. All right, clarifying the High Priestess, you guys have the Page of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 6 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and bottom of the deck is the King or Queen of Swords. All right. All right, so Capricorn, I do feel like Page of Cups, you guys could be starting something new, hanging out with friends, starting a project, reading a book. There's something that you're really working on. It could be tied to work, could be tied to your finances, could be tied to a situation that you've been working on for a while, something you've been trying to finish, a certification, a degree, or just a process that you've been trying to finish. But it's like you're very focused at this time on what's really important, and you're very grounded at this time as well. So again, a lot of you may be you may feel drawn to certain hobbies or certain books or certain things to research at this time. I feel like definitely trust your gut to like what you feel led to, even if it has to do with, writing things down, or certain things that you want to document, certain things that you want to say, because I feel like your brain at this time is going to be your gut, your intuition is going to be like, oh no, yeah, let me write that down. Oh, I need to really do this. Oh, I need to get this done. Oh, I should say that. Like, you're going to really be in tune with yourself more than anything for the next few days. Now, the 7 of Cups is here. I feel like there may be multiple options or multiple ways to do things. I feel like if you're like, oh my gosh, I could change this, or I could do that, or I could invest in this, or I need to get better at this, or I should work at this, or I could say this, or I could do that. Try to like let the fog clear out. We do have the Knight of Pentacles here, so it's like almost like a can of worms when you start to really like ground yourself, and you're like, okay, this is what I really want to do. Some of you are focusing on your goals, your next 6-month goals, what you want to do in life next, what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? How you want to handle a situation next. Like, there's a lot of planning here. But I feel like if you feel kind of like, oh, now overwhelmed, because you're like, oh my gosh, now I have to look into this and that. Again, that fog ends up clearing for you guys. And also the Queen of Cups, you guys are showing up as the Queen or King of Cups. And also the 6 of Wands. So you are like spot on with a lot of things that you're working on, or spot on with the timing of the things that you're working on, or spot on the things that you're writing down, or the things that you're working on. Okay. Now we do have a King of Swords, King or Queen of Swords, any gender. Let's clarify who this person is. King of Swords. All right, who is this person? So we have the 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 4 Wands. And bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. Interesting. So we do have a King or Queen of Swords in your energy. This is someone who is transparent. They're showing up in a way that they're communicating really well to you at this time. So you could be having conversation or there's some type of interaction in the next few days that could be very like important, or it could stick out in the next few days. This person is okay. Let's see. I feel like, let's clarify the 10 of Swords, because I wonder what type of ending they're experiencing. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like you set boundaries with someone. Is this someone you had like a problem with though? Yeah. So I feel like you either defended yourself against this person, protected yourself against this person. You could have been like, this is how I want things. The Queen or King of Swords here definitely is like, hey, look, this is how we're going to do things. Like, there's something where you're not aggressive with this person and you're not passive. You're assertive. And this has to do with the 7 of Wands, something you're defending, protecting. So it could be your truth. It could be your position. It could be your job. It could be your status. It could be your whatever you share with this person. Whatever it is, the boundaries that you set are basically going. It's like, it looks like it's going to be the boundaries that happen going forward. Okay, so like 9 of Cups is here. I feel like someone is kind of realizing that you are not wavering. Like, again, I was going back earlier today when I was running errands, and I was listening to the readings from like 3 weeks ago. I love just listening to them because I think I love listening to them and seeing how like a lot of things play out as the weeks go by. Like, you know, a month ago, you know, for the signs, and it's pretty cool to look at. And I was watching a video for you guys, I think like it was posted 3 weeks ago, September. And it was talking about how someone was basically trying to put you in a situation to overreact, or to break down, or to give up, or to succumb to some type of power play, or something that you wanted, something you advocated for, whatever the case may be, and you didn't. Or I mean, you could have taken the bait, or you could have just been like, hey, look, these are still my boundaries. I'm not going to, you know, you're not going to get the aggressive side of me. You're not going to get the passive side of me. I'm going to be assertive. So I feel like because of that, which, you know, what's very interesting with me doing tarot, like, I feel like that's a skill, like to be able to not be passive and not be aggressive, like to be able to say energetically, right, and still show up as the Queen or King of Cups and the Queen or King of Swords, to say, these are my boundaries. This is what I expect. This is how I'm communicating, and I'm not going to waver or freak out because you're doing this, or you're trying to trigger me, or you're doing that. I don't care. It's like you have this non-emotional, balanced, grounded way of responding to this person. And I feel like that is really going to pay off in the near future. So the 9 of Cups, it kind of forces this person to just be like, okay, well, it's almost like they're going back to the drawing board. Like, I can't get Capricorn this way. I can't get them to freak out. I can't get them to, you know, do this or do that. I can't, you know, it's like you guys pass some type of test, and it put it back karmically on this person. So now they're like, wait, so the thing that I tried failed. The thing that I tried to do, the thing that I tried to write, the thing I tried to manipulate Capricorn with, it didn't necessarily work out. And now they have to sit there and deal with that. So I feel like this person is like sitting and pondering on the things that they did that just did not really, like, you know, when someone tells a bad joke, I feel like no one really I just crack up at everything, honestly. That anyone, like, any joke, I'm like laughing because it's actually kind of funny. Jokes are funny. I just am a jovial, I try to be a jovial person. But I feel like it's almost like this person told a joke, and it's like everyone just like cricket. Like, now they're having to reel in the aftermath of like, that didn't work. Sending that message didn't work. Doing this behind Capricorn's back didn't work. Getting other people involved didn't work. So they're literally just sitting there and they're like, dang it. So again, I feel like there's something where whatever this person has done to knock you off of being grounded, or knock you off of like trusting your intuition and knock you off of being of sound mind. Whatever they did, it ends up just kind of, they end up having to answer for it, and that's what leads you to justice, okay? So I feel like, again, this person is more so like focused on their own stability at this time. And the Ace of Wands is here at the bottom of the deck. So they have the Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit. So like, I just feel like this person has other problems or other things that are going on. So I feel like they're off your radar here in this situation. Like, they're just literally like, okay, I have to do this. Things tied to their finances, their money, their inheritance, their wealth, their Ten of Pentacles could be investment accounts, contracts, things that they sign. They're looking over something very important right now. So again, I feel like you're kind of like, they're off your radar. Like, you're not in a space where you're having to deal with this person in the way that you had to in the past at this time. It's almost like all their jokes and all their little games and all their manipulation tactics are essentially just kind of null and void at this point, okay? So next we have justice, okay? So I do want to look into that. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Let's clarify justice, because like I said, there's something that balances out for you guys. Clarifying justice. 10 of Cups. So yeah, I feel like something goes your way in the near future, tied to this person and tied to however you're interacting with this person. I also feel like this leads to this person's disappointment as well. Your happiness is their disappointment. 5 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. I also feel like 4 of Swords and the Strength card. This person, like I said, they're in a stalemate where they did something that they can't necessarily take back, which is now like damage either their reputation or damage how people see them, that kind of thing. So again, you're going to start to see over the next few days a shift in your interaction with this person, but also what's going to be interesting is understanding how their actions towards you are going to play out in the near future, which leads you to getting what you're wanting, the outcome that you're wanting in a situation based on how immature or some type of action that they took towards you in the recent past, okay? So in the extended, I'm going to be looking into the final outcome, this Justice 10 of Cups. We're going to look into why something's going to be disappointing for this person. And we're also going to be looking into how this plays out for you guys as this month, starts to kind of wrap up, okay? So feel free to join me there. I do appreciate you guys hitting the like button, subscribing, and thank you for watching.